I just do wonder, how do you roll in the stuff that we get from the White House specifically, and how do you read through what really matters to investors when it comes to the White House? He talks right now he says it will be very traumatic for Iran if they don't make a deal. He said, there's just some different things here that are coming across. I'm just curious, what do you take to heart that might impact the investment climate when it comes to President Trump?
Yeah, this is part of the risk when you look at the risk factors for the market this year. Geopolitics as a whole is clearly a risk factor. And Donald Rumsfeld used to say there are the known unknowns, so call it Taiwan, Ukraine, tariffs, etc. And there are the unknown unknowns, and we might get some more of those in the coming month. So that's a risk factor. That said, we can say that investors have done a pretty good job over the past couple of years focusing on what matters. And what matters at the end of the day for investors is how the macro is going to react, what are the prospects for interest rates and interest rate cuts from the Fed, for instance, what are the prospects for earnings generation, and making sure that none of that noise from the geopolitics will be affecting this global picture. So far, the market has done a pretty good job at, trying to make the difference between the noise and the reality. There is a lot of noise coming for now. Haven't seen yet much impact in terms of earnings and prospects. The one thing to keep in mind, though, if you think of potential impact for the market, what's going to happen with tariffs is clearly a key focus here. It has been toned down a little bit the past few months.
Right.
The market has kind of moved on from the tariff conversation. If tomorrow we were to have some aggressive rhetoric coming back here, or on the contrary, if tariffs were to be dropped with the impact on long-term interest rate potentially, that could disrupt the market.